G'day YouTubers, YouTube community. Hope it's going good. It's Matt Wisby here with my second video for physical training. This is going to be my 6 keys to unlocking great physical condition, physical health, and just a physical being altogether. Living a healthy lifestyle and getting the most gain out of your effort for your exercises, what you should do, and what you probably shouldn't do. Okay, so let's start now. All the keys are 1 through 5. 1 through 6. Weight, form, posture, technique, focus, effort, eating right, and patience. Now, form, posture, and technique all go together. So, first one's weight, second form, third focus, fourth effort, fifth eat right, and sixth patience. Now, let's break these down a little bit more. Weight. With weight, it's not just about how much you're lifting and all, it's also about your body weight and what you want to get gains from. If you're trying to lose weight, okay, and you're working out, you're doing it wrong. You need to be running, doing cardio, sweating like crazy. That is really important. And eating right, which is obviously on here, so we'll get to that later. But you need to be running hardcore, okay? You need to be sweating. You need to get like just drenched. Pretty much. That's when you will start losing fat, and you will start losing that type of weight if you're trying to get that slim tone. Because if you start working out and you're wanting to lose weight, well, muscle burns into fat. Fat burns into muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. So you're going to end up gaining weight, not knowing it, and then you're going to be like, oh, I've been working out for 3 months, and I just gained 3 pounds of muscle. Which would be a lot for 3 months, but I just gained 3 pounds of muscle, and I just gained 3 pounds altogether, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Well, now you do. Okay, you're working out, you need to be running, you need to be pushing into the limits with the run. Okay, so and then when you start to focus on the actual weight when you're lifting, this is real important too. Because if you're lifting 80, let's just use this guy, he curls 80s. Let's just imagine he curls 80s and he's curling like crazy. Okay, and all he's ever done his whole life is lift the weight around. He doesn't do proper form technique. Okay, then he goes and he tries to do a pull down from the overhead to work his triceps out. And he can only do like 20 pounds. Okay, that's the issues that you don't want. Okay, and it all leads into key number 2, which is form, posture, and technique. Okay, if you do something right with the right form, you focus, and you do it correctly, you can work that muscle with a lighter weight, and it'll work it twice as more over than you would if you used a heavier weight and did it wrong. Okay, so if you're using these 80-pound weights and you're throwing them up against your chest and you think you're curling them and you look like an idiot, okay, that's a bad thing. And then you're not getting anywhere, and you've done that for 3 months. But then you start doing proper form, and you only use 220 weights, and you do that real good, slow, get the shoulders back, work the biceps only type thing, and you focus and you flex and you get that real good technique down, and you're using a lighter weight, you will see, I promise you, probably 2 times the results that you would within the next 3 months than you did the last 3 months using a heavy weight and doing it wrong. Okay? Now, this also leads in to key number 3, focus. Whenever you're doing that, you need to focus on your form, so you make sure you're keeping it right the whole time, because you're going to get fatigued. And if you're lifting, then you start getting tired, and you start slouching, and you start throwing it up and trying to get that weight up there. Then that'll happen. You gotta focus. Second thing with focus is working the muscle itself, the group. You need to really stay on task. You can't just slack off and just start moving it in the air. When you're doing it, you got to think, I want to work my bicep. So you got to focus when you're coming up and flex that bicep all the way up, like just focusing straight ahead. If you need to, you look down. Something I like to look at my muscle, because I don't know, I just feel like it helps for some reason. So that's the big thing, focusing when you lift. Okay, leads into our 4th, effort. Okay, this is one of the biggest keys. Now, I'm not just talking about effort when you're lifting, as in pushing effort and you giving out. Okay, I'm talking about when you're eating, or when you have a set schedule and you're like, oh, I'm gonna work out 3 days a week for an hour each. Okay, and when you say an hour, that does not mean that you only work out literally for like 20 minutes and then you bullshit the rest of that time by talking, taking breaks, and all that. And this means that you are legit working hard. Now, as on a side note, time. Okay, this could probably be a 7th key, but well, actually it is, because it's patience. So time is patience. But sometimes, just on a side note, you don't have to work as long and hard as you think you do to gain in a certain muscle, because this goes back to focus. Okay, if you focus hard enough on the right muscles, working them, you can spend 20 minutes working out on a specific muscle that you want to work out, because if you're bodybuilding or something, and you're trying to get, like bigger traps or something, so when you do your forward flex, it looks better or whatever. It's like if you're doing that, you can focus 20 minutes hardcore on just doing traps and be a complete workout for a day, and you don't have to you know give 100% the whole time, because you gain different things with different muscles, and I mean, you gain different types of muscle. uh, I guess it'd be like fibers or whatever, as you do different types of working out. Get bulky using big weights. You can lift heavy, but you can't do it a lot. So you got real good power. But then you can have endurance muscle like I have, where you can do a freaking 1,000 push-ups, like lightweight. That's why I'm real cut, lightweight, heavy, a lot of reps. Get real toned and have that muscle where it can take a beating. It's like running. It's like running farther with endurance or running faster with stamina, something like that. Anyway, so away from that, okay, effort, okay, got to put in that effort if you want to get that gain, and that effort is probably going to be the thing that drives you the most, because, well, once you get the results, you'll want to put out more effort. So next thing, effort into eating right. You got to eat properly. If you put junk in you, you will become junk. Okay, if you're working out hardcore 2 hours a day, freaking a whole body exercise, okay, you're not going to see any results at all if you don't eat right and you don't get that protein intake. I like to say you need to eat lean, green, and marine. Okay, that's the best. I mean, fish. You get your fish oils and all that. You can take the pills, but eating it is so much better. Plus, it tastes a lot better. Who don't fish pills, fish. Weigh the options. Okay, then yeah, lean meats. Okay, super important. I mean, I don't even have to tell you this because you hear this every day on the news. I mean, I'm sure, or not on the news, but on any type of health thing you watch, they'll tell you the same thing I could tell you right now. Now, if you eat junk, like I said, you're going to become junk. And eating healthy sucks sometimes, but that's where effort comes in. And you got to force yourself to do it sometimes. We're so used to eating trash, it's processed and whatnot. We're not used to eating healthy like we used to. You give a kid a tomato nowadays and he freaking throws a fit, thinks it's nasty, and it's good for you. It's so upsetting. And then, so leading into our next key, away from eating right, like I said, eating right is super important, but next key, patience. Okay, these all kind of tie in together. If you don't, let's say like we're going back to eating, and I say, if you don't eat right, you're not going to see a lot, and you're working out hardcore every day, and you start seeing muscle break, tear down, and you're actually small. Hell, you might get smaller, and you're not getting any stronger. Patience comes into this too. Let's say you are eating right, and you're doing all that. You're doing a full body exercise. You're going to see maybe not even a smidgen of muscle increase when you're doing like a full body exercise and you're eating right, okay, and you're taking all the proteins, you're doing everything you can, vitamins, minerals, all that stuff, omega-3s, whatever. Like, you're not going to see that quick results, okay, and this is where patience comes in, people, because if you want to see results, look, you got to keep pushing, you got to keep giving that effort. If you want to lose 6 inches off of your stomach and you're running every day for a full month, busting your ass, it don't have to be a far run. You can do some hardcore sprints to where you're sweating, you're getting that really good sweat, and I mean like wringing out the sweat type sweat, and then you see, half an inch off your waist or your stomach, whatever. Well, hell yeah, dude, that's half an inch, man. You worked hard for that, and you might not. And the thing is, you don't lose body fat in just one spot. You can't individualize. You can't specificize where you burn and lose weight. You can't like pick certain spots. It goes everywhere, but you notice it more where you want to, right? But then the thing is, other people are going to notice it on you too, but they're going to notice it everywhere. So then you get people telling you, hey man, you look good. What you been doing? You're running. What are you doing? And you're like, yeah, I've been running hella. Like people are going to notice that, and that's great. And then you'll feel great. And then patience won't even matter anymore because you just want to put out effort all the time, wanting to get more. Because you're doing something right. And you keep doing it, and you're going to keep getting the same results. And then 2 months later, 3 months later, 4 months, you start seeing it all of it go away. Then you're real slim like you want to. You lose that gut, and there you go. You're a happy person. As simple as that. So here's my 6 keys. The pretty simple. It's written right there for you. You just got to do them. Give the effort. Have that patience, focus, technique, weight, and eat right. And the thing on a side note for last little bit, if you don't know something, ask somebody. Don't be afraid to ask. If you see someone who knows what they're doing and you can tell that they know what they're doing, ask them for tips or help with something. Show them what you're doing and see if they can help you. Do your research. Read online. You'll find what you need. It's all over the web. And that's about it. Signing off. Have a good day.